but I'm not entirely sure. I think that Absa has a lot of zoning tools that keep Zetterburn out pretty effectively, and if Zetterburn can't get in, and then he's really just got nothing.
I mean, basically what Zetterburns usually look for is for you to whiff something in neutral so they can just punish it, or to commit to something so they can shoot a fireball at you. Absa's not really a character who needs to do either of those things, so yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean just because the matchup plays differently that it's good for Absa, but it definitely means that if you don't have matchup experience, then you will not be able to play your standard play. Thus, you'll have a little bit harder time playing against this character. Yeah. But it looks like he knows the matchup. He's already got a stock lead, so you know he's playing it kind of calmly. Like he's not really doing a lot of dash dancing in neutral. He's kind of like, it seems like he knows what Absa is going for, so he's not playing that kind of like neutral.
Yeah, and another advantage for Zetterburn in this matchup, one of the biggest ones, is that Absa is incredibly light, and she will die at 50% to a fire charge death smash. Depending on the stage, of course, but I've seen it kill pretty early. So any random fire charge forward smash or up smash could just absolutely decimate your stocks.
Well, right now, Nature looking like he's got a little bit of a comeback, figured something out here. He's basically overwhelming Croco with his zoning tools and really good at mixing up his approach. So he doesn't like, so he's like basically forcing the Zetterburn to hard commit as opposed to him being the one getting called out. But right there, Croco calling him out saying, you still die at like 60% from that. So I don't really care about all this damage you put on me, about all that neutral you just played.
Good parry, but that up smash is not going to be enough to do it just yet.
Would have preferred to see him go for a stage position setup off that parry instead of a kill attempt.
I agree.
Since he knew he wasn't going to die. Still not dying. See, like, this is the thing about Absa. He can get a lot of his damage by just forcing Zetterburn to keep recovering over and over if he gets him off stage, as opposed to trying to do on-stage combos. So what you want to do against this character is you want to kind of lull him into playing a normal neutral, but bait him towards whichever side you want to get him off, or parry something and get him off. And that's like a JV2 stock, so that's a pretty hard win from Croco right there. I think we're going to see a character change from Nature.
Yeah.
I think Sylvanos has a lot better tools to deal with him, and he's heavy, so it's not going to die as quickly from that fire-empowered smash attack you were talking about.
I think that when Nature was really getting his zoning game going, and he's getting his clouds, and he's getting his F-tilt.
Oh, interesting.
When he's getting his zoning tools going, he was overwhelming Croco. But then Croco was just finding a way to get through, and that was a clean stock. And just like that, that's kind of exactly what I'm talking about. He's spacing him out with his forward tilts and his side Bs.
And just like that, Croco goes from looking like he understands the matchup to like he's being overwhelmed. Probably not as familiar with this matchup. It is a new character, relatively.
Yeah.
Compared to Absa. And not as good of a matchup, like we talked about before. So, not going to get those easy kills, even if he lands the hit. It's just not going to be as easy.
You definitely have to work for it, yeah.
Nature putting on a clinic, looking like he just understands what's going on. Getting to push all the buttons. 127% deficit right now. It's not looking too good.
I've seen harder comebacks, but I agree. This is looking pretty dire. He's on his deathbed with this stock right now. Pretty much anything will do it. And Sylvanos is a tough cookie to crack when it comes to getting those kills. Very hard to edge guard as well, which is one of Zetterburn's advantages. Oh, misses the down smash.
It's looking like Nature not really knowing how to get the kill hit without it auto comboing, like these like this kind of position where see where he needed to get just a straight kill hit. But I did like what he was doing neutral earlier, which he was using his flower to force Zetterburn to use recovery tools so that he could track him down in the air. Like instead of going to him, You know, Zetterburn's normals are very good in the air. I mean, of course, so are Sylvanos.
Yeah.
But using the flower to be like, you know, I'm not going to trade with you. I'm just going to put this up, and you got to air dodge it or jump. And now you don't have your double jump.
Down smash at 100%. Still not going to kill that. Will. We've got a last stock game. I would say a slightly heavy advantaged position against Croco right now. But Croco looks like he's understanding the character a little bit better. He's avoiding some of the setups like forward tilt into side B.
Wow, that just went nowhere though.
Yeah. I'm used to, as a Raster main, if I get hit by a fire charged forward smash
just like that. Fire charge forward smash like you're talking about, just about 40% later than Raster would